Rick Tinoco, of course, has been a big story for the Toombs County Bulldogs kicking-wise, kicking long field goals, and now he's developed the ability to kick the ball into the end zone. He's a sophomore Bulldog, wears number 24. Never seen this before. You kick it off. There's no penalty flag. You have great coverage. You got Appling buried at the 18. Now you got the Pirates awaiting the kick, and the Bulldogs have huddled once, and now they've huddled again before they're going to come out and kick it again. So you will not miss the opening kickoff for this matchup between the Bulldogs and Appling County. It starts the tough four-game stretch, which was a real gauntlet last year, as the Bulldogs faced four straight teams that not only made the playoffs, but went to the second round. Tinoco, with his lime green shoes, has teed the football up at the Bulldog 40-yard line. He'll tee it up center of the field. His first kick was inside the 20-yard line. Now he'll mark off his steps. Normally he runs about 7 yards of the football. He's going back 10. Last week he went 10 and tried an onside kick. I doubt he's doing that here. And here comes Tinoco booting the ball, line drive. It'll be taken, it looked like, on a knee at the 15-yard line. So Appling County will lose 3 yards on that exchange of kickoffs. You're right. Second down at a long 5 as Appling County runs it up the middle, and the Bulldogs will make a gang tackle right at the stripe. Firing in there was Alex Ashley, Brandon Chubb, and other Bulldogs. Decision down perhaps. Field position is just across the 50-yard line. And Appling County needs roughly 3.5 for the first down, as the Bulldogs will load up the defensive line and try to get a stop here. Quarterback dropping back, has plenty of time, wants to throw and does, and the ball is dropped at the Bulldog 45. An open receiver, but Tabor not able to bring it in. And the incomplete pass will make it fourth down and more than 3. Throw it right there. They might go for it on fourth down. And they will keep the offense out there. Now the Bulldogs have got to be very careful not to move into the neutral zone on a hard count. They've done that before. They sweep it off to the right side of the Bulldogs, diagnose the play easily, and make a tackle short of the first down. So the Bulldogs will take over, and field position after the tackle behind the line of scrimmage will be on the Appling side. So the Bulldogs yielded 2 big running plays, but then the defense tightened up, and now the Dogs have great field position. First time they had the football with Jordan Usher, the senior quarterback. They start at the Appling County 48-yard line. They're going to start off with 2 receivers to the left, and here's the surprise. Jordan Usher, not back in the gun, but under center, and on a hard count, he gets Appling County to jump into the neutral zone. Not 1, but 2 or possibly 3 hitting that zone for a 5-yard penalty on first down. And, of course, Jordan Usher is a fine converter on fourth downs, whether he's in the shotgun or behind center, behind Cody Fuller. Puts a man in motion to the right of the formation. And did he keep it? I think he did. Usher did keep the football, faked the feed to Bronza Jones, dives ahead, and if he gets a decent spot, he should have a Bulldog first down. Well, here's a 4th and 1 very early in this game. And the Bulldogs have the great field position. And we'll see if Usher keeps it again. Well, here's something interesting. The Bulldogs started off in the I, but they shift out of that with Jimmy Edwards moving off to the left of the formation, which is the short side of the field. Usher keeps the football. There was some resistance, but then he powered ahead for an easy first down. For a split second, it looked like Jordan wasn't going to go anywhere, but he kept the feet, the legs driving forward, and the Dogs pick up a big first down. So they convert on fourth down with 7:04 to play. We're in the opening quarter in Baxley. The Dogs are just inside the Pirate 25-yard line. But it's 3rd and 16 for the Dogs at the Appling 31. Usher putting a man in motion to the right of the formation. Usher will pitch it out. He's got a man wide open. He runs down the 25 to the 20, and that's Keyshawn Morgan breaking a tackle to the 5, diving to the end zone, and he did not get in, but boy, did he get close. Keyshawn Morgan almost scored a first quarter touchdown for the Toombs County Bulldogs off a pitch from Jordan Usher. And he also played in that B team game last week. He had a big long run called back on a penalty and played well on defense. And now the Dogs, 1st and goal. Try to score their second first quarter touchdown of the season and their 4th in the last 2+ years. Line of scrimmage will be right around the 5-yard line. Bulldogs on the right hash. Usher diving forward. Now see, I guess the ball was closer to the 2. Did he get in? The Bulldogs have scored a first quarter touchdown. Usher, who did a lot of work on this drive, has cracked the goal line and scored a touchdown for the Toombs County Bulldogs with 5:11 to play in the opening quarter. They drive about 46 yards and score. The defense got a big stop. The offense moving it, had to overcome a penalty, and a 3rd down and 16. Keyshawn Morgan with the big play. And now Luke Anderson holding for Rig Tinoco, trying to make it 7-zip. Good snap from Cameron Panic, and the kick is through, and the Dogs have the early 7-0 lead. That's something they haven't had much of. Leads in the opening quarter. 5:11 to play in the opening quarter as we break on Y101. Cody Fuller's playing on the defensive line, and of course he's a Bulldog starting center. He's playing one of the tackle positions. 2nd down and 9.5 for Appling as Crosby is rolling. Now running. Chubb got a piece of him. Overcomes Cowart and overcomes another Bulldog, Nathan Belch, and they bring him down at the 44-yard line. Good pursuit by 3 Bulldogs on that play. Appling has basically the same situation yardage-wise it had last time. It's 4th down and 3, and Appling County keeps the offense out of the field. The Dogs are leading 7-0, 3:29 to play opening quarter. Let's see if this Dog defense can make another big 4th down play. Motion to the near side of the formation. Play clock at 16 and counting. They're signaling in another play. The clock is down to 10. Moving off to the right of the formation is Devin Moore. He'd come over near the sideline. Play clock at 3, at 2, at 1. They just get off the play. Crosby running the football, dancing to the right, lunges ahead, and has the first down at the Bulldog 35. Crosby back in the gun. This time he has a wide receiver split out way to the right. Putting a man in motion. He'll keep the football. The Dogs hit him high. They hit him low. He's running to the sideline. Breaks another tackle. Alex Ashley grabs on and overcome a bunch of Bulldogs, Nathan Belch and Jimmy Edwards, and they make a tackle very close to the line of scrimmage. Several Bulldogs had a chance early in that play to make a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. They did not, but the Dogs forced them over toward the near sideline. Ooh, there's a penalty flag at the 35. Needing just inches for the first down near the Bulldog 10, with the Dogs leading 7-0, winding down the opening quarter. Yeah, that's right. If you just checked in, you missed something rare, a Bulldog first quarter touchdown. Crosby's back in the gun. They're going to sweep it off to the left side and get the first down and more and run it into the end zone for a touchdown. The Dogs were looking for the quarterback to keep it. He was back, taking the snap in the shotgun, and Devin Moore runs it into the end zone on a 10-yard run to cut the Bulldog lead down to 1 at 7-6. Usher putting a wing in motion to the near side of the formation, feeding Bronson Jones, big hole, running to the 35, to the 40, to the midfield stripe. He's still running, breaking a tackle, and he's finally wrapped up at the Appling 46 with a penalty flag down on the near sideline. 1st and 10 for Usher in the offense, and Usher will keep it off a fake to Landon Cowart and dive inside the 40 down to the 39. Boy, he made the nice read on that play because Cowart was wrapped up, and Usher had an opening through the A-gap. Gain of 6, and that's going to do it for a first quarter in which the Bulldogs have played good offense and defense and are tied with Appling County at 7 after 1. As we take a break, you're listening to Bulldog Football on Y101. Now Bronson Jones comes over to talk to Jordan Usher. 7 on the clock. Now he puts Keyshawn Morgan in motion. He's going to keep the football and take a hit. That looked like a busted play after a timeout. Like they couldn't get into the formation again. And that's going to frustrate head coach Lyman Guy because really a wasted play. Usher just kept it, really just ate it, and gained an inch. And now you got 3rd and 5. 2nd and 5 is fantastic. 3rd and 5 is a tough situation because if you don't get it, it's fourth down again. Of course, the Bulldogs have the option of bringing Tinoco out because if he kicks one from this point, it won't be a long one. And he's been kicking the long ones for the Toombs County Bulldogs. Third down at 5, Morgan in motion. Jordan Usher pitches it out to Keyshawn. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That play slow in developing. Usher pulled it out from the fullback, and he had no chance to run the football. The fullback had no chance to run it either, and that was Landon Cowart. And so the pitch went to Keyshawn, the sophomore, gobbled up by the defense, and 2nd and 5 is turned in to 4th and 8. And Tinoco is going to come out and place the tee down at the 33-yard line. So Tinoco is going to try a field goal of 43. If he kicks this ball like he's kicked others, he's got a chance to get it to go. I don't think there's any wind tonight. And Rick Tinoco, with 7:57 to play in the second quarter, will try to pull the Bulldogs, or give the Bulldogs the lead. Snap from Cameron Panic. Here's the Tinoco kick. It's got a chance if it can get there, and it is going to hit the upright, and it's no good. It hit the right upright. It wasn't a high kick, and it barely got there, but had it not hit that right upright, if it had hit the crossbar, it may have had enough to cross it and be good for 3, but it's not. The Dogs move into the neutral zone. They didn't throw the penalty flag. And they run it to the 45, to the 40. He's breaking it away. And the Bulldogs grab him. And Nathan Belch makes a tackle to the boundary. Well, it would have been a good thing for the Bulldogs to be called for the 5-yard penalty on that play because Appling breaks it for a big one on a run to the outside. Something the Bulldogs struggle containing. 5 minutes and 22 seconds to play second quarter. Appling down at the Bulldog 21. Appling County in a 7-7 game. Driving the football. Started at the 20, down to the Bulldog 21. Bulldogs may be a little gassed on defense, taking the timeout. And here we go. Crosby back in the gun, taking the snap. Crosby sweeps it off to Morris, runs it right up the middle. He's got open space, and he dances into the end zone with a touchdown. Boy, he beat the Bulldogs with his speed that time. He found an opening right down the left hash, and once he got there, he sprinted into the end zone. So 1st and 10 for Toombs County. Appling County leading 14-7. The Dogs start this drive at their 33. Dalton McBride in at quarterback for the first time, and he will be under center. When's the last time he took a snap under center in a game situation? I guess you have to go back to his bullpup days. Motion to the right from Tyrese Kent. And McBride keeps the football, moving to the right. He fumbled the football, and Appling County will dive on it at the Bulldog 29. Bulldogs making a change on the defensive line to keep some of these guys fresh on a 70-degree day. Morris running again, finds open space, and he runs all the way down inside the 3, might get the 2 before he's tackled. He's very quick, tackled by Alex Ashley. That's an Appling County first down, and they're going to set up 1st and goal at the Bulldog 2. And might run a play quickly because they are ready to go. And somebody just jumped up in the air and into the end zone. Touchdown Pirates. Flying in the air like Leonard Fournette. I guess that's Morris who scores a touchdown in the air. So he has scored his second touchdown in less than 2 minutes. And suddenly a 7-7 game has turned into a 27 Appling lead, and this Martinez, the kicker, is really good at his trade. Crosby keeping the football, breaking a tackle, running to the 40, running to the boundary, breaks another tackle, scoots free, inside the 10 to the 5, touchdown. The Bulldogs had shots at him inside the 30, but he escaped, and he scores with 53.9 seconds remaining on a 42-yard run. The speed of Appling once again hurting the Bulldogs. And now a 7-0 Bulldog lead and a 7-7 ball game has turned into 27-7 really fast. Martinez to kick once again. He's been busy here in the second quarter for sure. And every kick has been really good like this one. And Appling County leads 28-7. 53.9 seconds remaining in the opening half as we break on Y101. Crosby back in his gun, dropping back, throws a slant, and the ball's caught. He's racing free inside the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for Ricky Carter. No flags will bring this one back, and the Pirates, with one play, score a touchdown with 9:52 to play here in the third quarter. A 33-yard pass play on a simple slant. Their second competition. McBride steps back, throws a short pass, and it's caught across the 40 to the 45, and Jordan Usher goes to the midfield stripe. And he is tackled from behind. Boy, that was a quick hitter at Usher. He was motoring down the center of the field, trying to break free and score a long touchdown. Instead, it's a big 30-yard gain. McBride puts Morgan in motion. McBride keeps the football. He's running to the 40, dancing to the outside. There he goes down the sideline to the 20, to the 18, rolling to the 16. Tackle there. McBride slipping free for the first time tonight with a cannon. There's no cannon anymore. What happened to the cannon? Running play. There goes Landon Coward, and he dives into the end zone with a Bulldog touchdown. A 16-yard run for the senior. And the Bulldogs scored their second touchdown of the game. They scored their first with 5:11 to play in the opening quarter, and they scored their second with 10:57 remaining in the fourth. Coward, his first touchdown of the season. Of course, he started off his career at Toombs County, both middle school and high school. Went to Robert Toombs last year and is back for his senior season with the Bulldogs. Rick Tinoco will try the extra point. Cameron Panic snapping. Luke Anderson holding. And here's his attempt up into the air. And it is good. The Toombs County Bulldogs trail Appling County 35-14. 10:57 to play in the game as we break on Y101. And the Bulldogs trail 42-14. Boy, they got off to such a good start tonight. And you were hoping, if you're a Bulldog fan, they could play a real competitive game against this Appling team and maybe pull out a win like they did in 2010 down here. Because these two teams haven't played a lot since Toombs County High School became Toombs County High School back in 1987. There's a high kick return from the 5-yard line by the Bulldogs to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. That's maybe Morgan going to the outside, breaking a tackle to the 35, to the 40, and he's planted to the turf at the 43 on a hard tackle. McBride with the play clock at 3, better hurry, and he does. Feeds a fullback up the middle, moving to the left, Bronson Jones breaking a tackle, diving across the 50, and just barely into Appling territory. And he puts Tyrese Kinn in motion to the wide side of the field, turns and throws it across the middle. Usher diving. Did he make the catch? There's a collision down around the 10. He held onto the football, and safety came over, and there was plenty of contact. I think Jordan thought he was going to catch that and run again. But he did pick up the Bulldog first down. So they'll move around a little at the line of scrimmage. Nobody's going in motion right now. McBride keeps the football, moves off to the right, and he's hit, and he's not going to get into the end zone. Or did he? I guess so. He got in, moving off to the right. He just barely cracked the goal line. Dalton McBride has scored on a 1-yard run. Plenty of contact on that run to the right side. So McBride stops the clock with 1:07 to go. Fourth quarter, the Bulldogs had 20 points up on the board. They scored 20 against the Valley Indians in a 31-20 loss. And Tinoco to try the extra point. Panic snapping to Luke Anderson. He'll place it down, and he does. And here's the boot up into the air, and it is good. So the Bulldogs are down by 21, and they've scored 21. Appling County 42, Toombs County 21, A minute 7 to play as we take a break. You're listening to Bulldog Football on Y101. 35-7 after 3, and they win 42-21. Both teams shaking hands at the center of the field as Appling County has beaten the Toombs County Bulldogs for the 3rd straight time. Next week it's Dodge County at home in the pit as everybody will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Booster Stadium. I'll be headed down to talk to the Dogs and head coach Lyman Guy on our locker room show. That's coming up next on Y101.